Peace, peace, lovely, gorgeous, beautiful family. Sending a bunch of electricity your way. Spark up them cells, spark up that mind, spark up your pituitary, your pineal, whatever, your heart. Send some electricity to your heart. Over the last week, I feel like I came across some messages that have covert hostility in it. And I'm thinking like, or teachers or leaders, whatever, y'all can't be at odds over stupid stuff, over words. Ain't nobody touching one another or, violating like that. So all that shit's overseeable. But I got a super resonating download. I live my life like this. Like I say, I make my own stuff up and then I'll hear it later on down the line. So I can't remember if he was relating it directly to one being enlightened, one being conscious, or exactly what the pretext was. But he was speaking on like the one in the family that tries to hold the family together, that's above all the bullshit. Like, his bullshit meter is impeccable. It comes ASAP. They vibrate right up out of it. And also, they're the ones trying to feed the information, whether it be through health, finance, wealth, tribalism. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're always pushing that. And before I was even, I don't know. It's wild because looking back, it's like, even in the screen of my most cloudiest, misguided moments, there was something still beating down the door up here to shift my path. And I didn't know. Like, before I knew about a lot of these things, so I was talking to myself last night, and I was thinking to myself, like, dang, I always wanted to live, like, before I knew about the possibility of one being immortal or just ascend into a different realm after this earth rap give up. So I came up with a new number. I had this set number in my head that I wanted to live to, but I came up with a new number. And the new number that I came up with randomly is the first 3 numbers of my birthday, which is only a year after the number that I had in a cycle. So let's say like 5 years ago, 7, 10, somewhere in between there, right? I had this number in my head I was going to live to. And I only added a year to it, but me adding a year to it is the first 3 numbers of my birthday. And I think, I don't know what guide I did it in, but I don't feel like looking for it. But we talk about being conscious. But really, to me, this is what I'm seeing, and this is what I experience. Forget what I see. My consciousness always led me to do wrong things. Nothing conscious ever led me to anything better, per se. It's always the subconscious that's telling you, no, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, your mind is saying you want to, but your subconscious is telling you, no, your subconscious is telling you, you should do better in this area. You know what I'm saying? Because if you listen to your conscious, you will continually do what you know is not best. They say you know better, you do better. That's not the case always. Yeah, you know, but you're not about to do better. I've been through it multiple times, like, where I know I shouldn't be doing something. And I'll think about me not needing to do it before I actually complete the action, and I'll still do it. And then afterwards, I'll be like, Dad, you shouldn't have did that, whatever. So I think everything is subconscious. I think it's a subconscious community that we're dealing with today, and all of the elders and prophets and visionaries. I wish I knew, I wish I had more experience, but I ain't tripping. It's definitely gonna come. But yeah, I think we should term it, even if not we, I'm going to term it being subconscious, not conscious. Because when you're consciously doing things, you're like, even the good deeds that you do, it comes from your subconscious. And maybe it gets to a point where your subconscious is so radiant and so powerful, so exceeding, that your conscious doesn't even have a say-so in what goes on in the physical. And another topic, so for the last 2-3 years, I never put a title on my lifestyle as far as the things that I do, or like what I eat, what I don't eat. That's never been my thing. I never put a title on it. No one can ever tell you. I told them I was pescatarian, vegan, vegetarian, even though my choices of eating habits aligned with those titles at point in times, but I still never settled into one title. So no, I don't think that you being awake, you being spiritual has a direct effect on your diet or what you choose to eat. I believe it can help, because obviously waking up your cells, electrifying your body, alkalining your body, getting the acidic properties out, the bad acidics, because there's always going to be something acidic, right? But I believe that while it may not be directly tied to it, we know that health is wealth, wealth is health, however you put it backwards, right? And yes, you can have a subconscious. Yes, you can have an awakening. You can be enlightened. While not being vegan or vegetarian. But I will say that eating better, because we talk about your chakra system and kundalini rising and cerebral spinal fluid, making its course throughout the spine, down, up, descend, ascend, right? And for those things to take place in a proper manner, your glands have to be, they can't be calcified, they can't be blocked with a bunch of food. Now you could I believe you could do a good detox, right? A good detox, maybe not change your lifestyle, what you eat or what you do, but if you detox, then you'll be clearing. I ain't saying no GNC detox, you just buy and drink or whatever the process is, take a couple pills. These are herbal detoxes, holistic detoxes. Within doing those, you can clear up for women, it'll be your ovaries, for men, your testes. You could clear up your pancreas, your gut, all of the essential things that needs life, needs electricity. So if you're covering them with dead things and GMO products, then not saying you won't be enlightened, but I think it'll stop some of your powers eventually. If there's no balance, everything is about balance. I'm not perfect in what I digest, and I'm actually getting to a point where I don't see myself going backwards, but I can see that a little slip up won't kill me for sure. You know what I'm saying? So there could be a point in time in my life where I want to eat a piece of salmon. Who knows? That might happen. I haven't ate salmon in, let's say, 5-6 months. It's about to be the 10th month, so yeah, let's say 6 to be safe. And before that, it was maybe once a month, if that, because I wasn't cooking it. I was just buying it from a salad place. And, 1 second. And, so I probably ate salmon, like, I spoke of this before, maybe like 4 times in the last year. And that was the last meat I ate. Maybe tuna in the beginning of that year process. But long as there's some balance and your subconscious knows what's going on, because you could consciously know about star system and like esoteric knowledge and metaphysical and all those other things, right? That keeps you at a higher vibration than the average. But if you're constantly trashing your vessel, which is not really us, but all right, so the body's not us. That don't mean you can't treat it. You can treat it any way and still get the results that you're looking for in this realm. Because eventually you'll block your thymus, your thyroid. You know, if you are eating terribly and your thyroid and parathyroid is, not working properly, it's deficient, then you can't get the proper, I think the thyroid not produces, but I think it utilizes the calcium, for your body. And, you talk about your pineal, your pituitary. Those are major functioning organs, glands, whatever you want to label it as. So, because even though I've been doing better, it's not like this magical thing happened, right? And I've been waiting for this magical thing. And I have my own experiences. I think I will actually stop talking on them so much until the time comes in society where it's normalized. But I also want to say this too. Yeah, I jump around a lot of places. People's always talking about me. Whether that's in a bad way or a good way is really not my business. And that goes back to what I want to say Ross Ben was talking about. Where he was saying, like, what other people say and think of you is really not your business. It has nothing to do with you. That's on them. How you respond has something to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people's telling me, individuals are informing me of other people that's talking about me. I'm like, I know that person's energy. I know that person's spirit. That don't bother me. I'm not about to ask you what they say, who they say it to, and then go say, oh, you said such or such. I don't care. It's not my business. I know my crown look crazy, but I do look crispy. Crazy crispy. And I be having them going any type of way. I really don't be caring. But, yeah. And even if it's not negative, right? I've been in areas, and it's so weird. I actually hate it. But I try not to come off rude and just rude. I hate when people talk about me and I'm around and they speak as if I'm not there. Whether good or bad, it's usually good, right? Nobody's talking bad about you in your vicinity. They usually do that, you know, in whispers. Not just with me, with people in general. Not saying that I'm special. Like, people won't talk about me in my face. I will actually prefer you to, so we can have a dialogue if necessary. Most of the time, it's not necessary. That's why I don't care what people say. It don't matter. Pardon me, beautiful family. But I done probably been around 4 to 5, I'm gonna say 10 conversations about myself while I'm present. And that's the type of weird stuff people do. Like, that's where our society is. That's where our fellow brothers and sisters are currently placed. It's to the point where, like, I'm around men, older men, that has such feminine qualities, like, and it's all with their mouth. They talk too much. They talk about stuff that don't matter. I had a guy ask me about something personal on my body that's none of his business. Not no weird stuff, but still, I looked at it as weird, because why are you worried about what the F's going on with me? I had that same guy ask, not directly, but pose a question about my pockets. Like, what are you doing, dude? And you're an older guy. I should be learning something from you. Like, all of these dudes I'm talking about are older. I can't pick up nothing from them, like, throughout our small conversations. Or temporary passings. I can't. I can't pick up nothing from them. Everything I pick up, the things that I pick up is for myself. And then, for whatever reason, well, through universal showmanship, I end up getting another connection or confirmation of such thought or thing, you know, taking place again. Because typically, there are a few books that I read in the past that I feel like shift my whole perspective on life. But that was even before I cared about myself. So it didn't do that much for me as far as, like, totality. It did a lot. I won't undermine the effect that those books had on my mentals, right? And my outlook. But particularly speaking, those books didn't bring me to love myself. And without that, I didn't love anyone else, technically. You know, you could say you love them, but even then you question what you do. You'll be like, yeah, I love you. But then you'll be wondering why you talked to them, why you didn't help them. You know what I'm saying? Why you stole from them, why you lied to them. Over something that is really not even worth a lie. That's the worst lies. Where the motherfucker is so prone to telling lies, and it's so normalized in their typical everyday life that they'll tell a lie for something that doesn't even qualify to be a lie. A lot of the times that happens where, and it could be something small, where somebody be like, I'm trying to think. They're so small and so stupid. And I've told these lies before. So I know exactly, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. I really got a bunch of examples because I've seen it happen. I've seen this trait be accepted, programmed into generation after generation after generation. It has nothing to do with no outside forces. This is all like family stuff, like where one relative is so quick, like they have an answer for everything. People that have an answer for everything so quick, they're usually liars. I'm gonna tell you that much. And I don't want to put them out there right now. I'm just so sad. 2 of them that I know are Pisces. There's other people that I know that's not Pisces. I used to do it. I'm not a Pisces. I know a younger generation that used to do it and might even still do it to a certain extent. He's not a Pisces. He's a Leo. You know who you are, Mr. Leo. You know who you are. But it's passed down. It's passed down. Like, as soon as someone asks you a question, you have an answer, whether it's the truth or a lie. You don't even know why you do it. It's just instant. And for me, majority of my lies, not majority, I ain't even gonna say it, because I didn't want to say, what I was gonna say was gonna be what I told myself I wasn't gonna say, but just in a different way. You'll have to follow that to catch it, but I ain't even gonna say that. Just know I told pointless lies or afterwards. I'm like, why the fuck did I just lie about that? Why did I say that? How you question yourself? You know what that is? That's parasitic energy. That's the PC. And we ain't talking about, you know, computers and laptops and desktops and stuff. Talking about the parasitic controller. That's what it be. That's all it is. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I know I went over a couple different topics. I feel like there's some other stuff I want to talk about over the last couple days that I should mention at the moment, but I can't think of it.